Today, we are talking about what you need to know before you PCS. Let's get it. All right, so the first few topics we're going to talk about is like what to prepare before you get here, financial and legal. So we're going to run through some of these things. So first things first, a lot of decisions hinge on the decision of whether you're staying on or off post. If you're going to stay on post, once you're given official PCS orders, I'm at Fort Eisenhower, but this applies to any base or fort that you're moving to. Once you get those orders, you can go ahead and apply to be put on the wait list. You will not be activated until your active duty member signs out of the current station, until they're out process of wherever they're located now. Then you can be activated and hopefully be up towards the top of that wait list. And then if you're residing off post, I have some guides and some videos that I'm willing to record. I want to hear from you. Remember, there's Connect with Nugget in the description. And so connect with me. I've got some guides for the local area around Augusta, Georgia, and I'll shoot those over to you. If you are coming to Fort Eisenhower, formerly Fort Gordon, if you're coming here, I've got those guides. Next, especially if you're at a smaller installation that doesn't have a base hospital, you need to gather your medical records, dental records, from current and past providers. Make sure you grab those before you come over here. It'll save you a ton of headaches. And then obviously pets. I have 3 dogs. Okay, I don't know how many pets you got, but pets, cats and dogs must be registered at the Installation Veterinary Services Office within 5 days of being assigned to family housing. All animals must be microchipped, wear a current collar, which has a home address at all times. Owners must provide verification of immunization records and pet registration to the installation. Family housing at the community office. Residents may have a total of 2 pets, so I'm out, which is not why I live off base, but I do live off base because I have 3 pets, right? And then I have a link for you in the description talking about registering your pets and pet restrictions. Okay, so we've gotten through that. Now we want to talk about some legal things that you need to think about. Number 1, obtaining a power of attorney. If you're an individual or if you're married, you want to find that next of kin, whether it be your spouse, your mom, your dad, your brother, and you want to get them a power of attorney in the instance that you end up with emergency orders and nobody is here to be able to put your house in order, or they don't have the legal right to put your house in order. So it's a written document that's going to authorize an individual to act on your behalf. Okay. And in a general power of attorney could be used to sign documentation, set up utilities, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Setting up a PO box. So if you're interested in a PO box, I have some links in the description that are going to help you with that in the Fort Eisenhower area. Reserving a hotel, book a reservation ahead of time to make sure you have a place to stay. I know at the installation here, we have a hotel on base, and there's a ton of hotels right around that area, mainly because we have the Masters Golf Tournament, but also because we have the fort for you guys. Follow the actual installation Facebook page, Fort Eisenhower Facebook page, and you'll see if there's any kind of up-to-date alerts or anything you need to be aware of. And as always, you can reach out to me and I can do some of that legwork for you. You want to prepare financially. This is our third topic. You want to make sure that you have upfront costs ready to be paid for. So there's always upfront costs that can be associated with a move that you can potentially be reimbursed for later down the road. But in the beginning, you want to make sure you're saving some money as we're heading into that PCS. So the service member will attend a levy brief. This levy brief prior to PCSing, where they're going to go over booking your travel, pay money for allowances for travel, how much they're going to pay you to allow for allowances for travel, shipping household goods, HHG, right? Schedule the HHG date, so when those guys are going to come pack your house up, information regarding with kids and pets, filling out the required paperwork, and and if there's an additional credit card that is needed, getting pre-approved in a timely manner is super highly suggested. Okay, making sure you're checking these boxes. Look, I know moving is a pain Nobody enjoys it. It's exciting and it's terrible all at the same time. New place, all of this stuff. But at the end of the day, checking these boxes early, making sure you're organized. That way, your spouse, your family, and even you, just your house, are prepared to get on the road and start moving is such a good idea. I cannot tell you. And as always, please subscribe, like this post, okay? All right, finally, I want to go over some terminology. If you are a spouse and maybe the acronyms are flying around and you're not quite grabbing them. So PTDY, permissive temporary duty, we usually just call this TDY, where the active duty member gets to help you move. So temporary lodging expense, or TLE, money allocated for lodging expenses during the move. PCS, permanent change of station, that's what we're talking about, where you'll be moving from one installation to another. And HHG, household goods, the household goods belonging to move to the new station. Can my soldier help me move? Can my military member, my active duty member, help me move? Soldier, airman, seaman, all of those things, Marines. In most cases, soldiers are given permission to help their family move. In some instances, there may be a requirement that does not allow the soldier to move. Depends on the job. And as always, the job depends on the needs of the military. And so the needs of the military are going to kind of come first. As annoying as that may be, it is the case. How many days do you get to move? PTDY CONUS, so stateside, you get 10 days. PTDY OCONUS, you get 15 days. This is always at the discretion of the approving supervisors, the unit you're going to, the unit you're leaving, and you're not always guaranteed a set number of days. As what we talked about, the mission may come first, right? Does PTDY count as leave days? No, it does not. And do you need to wait for the movers to arrive? No, a soldier can designate an assigned individual to sign the paperwork for the movers. If you have a trusted family member, friend, or spouse who's willing to be there the day of, they can sign the paperwork as long as the soldier or military member assigns them ahead of time. So these are just some little nuggets, right, for your PCS. This way you can be organized. It can be less stressful, can make a checklist. In fact, I tell you what, I'll do you one better. I'll make you a checklist and I'll put it in the description below. This way you actually have some stuff that you can go through. And I'm sure the military on the out processing side is going to give you a checklist as well. But sometimes the military member gets stuff and the spouse does not. So if you're a spouse, Old Nuggets here for you, okay? We're going to make this smooth, as easy as possible. And as always, if you're moving and you're going to be off post, let me know. I have a guide. I'll go through the different neighborhoods, the school zones, and I do plan on future videos to go over all of these topics. They're coming out once a week, so like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.